Hi, folks. Welcome back. Scott Jones here with Addiction Training Center, and you might have seen me on Live Out Loud podcast, coming to you today from our show, Recovery Today. Recovery Today is a series of webcasts that we're sending out there, podcasts, if you will, that talk about addiction. Right now, we're dealing a lot with addiction in South Florida. We're hoping to go nationwide and talk about addiction and educate people. But we've got our favorite guest with us today, Elisabeth.
Hi.
Elisabeth knows she's our favorite because she's our first and only guest so far. But Elisabeth is with Chrysalis, and you are the director over at the Broward Psychosocial Rehab and Intensive Outpatient, right?
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. We've talked a lot about the services Chrysalis offers and things like that in previous shows. I want to talk specifically to the people out there who are having issues right now. A lot of people out there are having problems with addiction, and they're facing legal consequences, or they've got legal or court cases going on. Some of them minor, some of them are not so minor. Mm-hmm. Some people think, well, I'm screwed, I'm in trouble, so I might as well just keep using. I want to tell them the opposite, right?
Yeah,
if you've got trouble, why not help yourself out of trouble by getting into treatment, right?
Yes.
Chrysalis, you guys help out with that stuff, or how does that work?
So we do. We have a court liaison. We have a marketing team basically that knows the courts very well. So once you come in, you're assessed for treatment, then you start working with your individual therapist and in your groups. We advocate for you. We have a report that we send that has all the major things that the court wants in it, basically with your progress, with your urinalysis results, with your any issues that we are having, as well as what our recommendations are for the client. So, and what their discharge date would be, to graduate if they're successful. So all of that's going to court with you. So I think, the reframe that we want to see clients have around that is that even if, let's say, you're court ordered or you're court involved and they're saying you need to go to treatment, so what? The court is saying that. You come to us, we do not work for the courts, we work for you. And
Right.
What we want to do is advocate for you. So we're always going to tell the truth, though. So keeping that in mind, right? So you, in your groups, in your individual sessions, let's say things aren't going so well. We're not going to keep that from you. We're going to say, hey, we need to redirect you in this way. We need to help you do this. And we're going to continually try to help the clients move forward. And then it's absolutely their choice. Ordered, involved, any of that. It's their choice at the end of the day. But the better they're doing the treatment and the more they let us help them and commit to that, then we can actually advocate in court showing how much they're committed to that in the process and kind of, showing why these behaviors are happening.
But make no mistake, they have to participate and they have to put in effort.
Absolutely.
You're not just, this is not get out of jail free pass. It's
No.
not anything like that.
No.
But let's put ourselves in the case of an individual who has just been arrested for possession, which is a pretty standard a lot of times with somebody who has got an addiction problem. Mm-hmm. And they're thinking, I really want to get help. Do they contact you directly? Do they contact you through the courts? How does that work if they want to somehow get your services to help them?
Any way that works for them. So we have our court liaison in the courts, and that is how some of our clients come through, is that she notices, okay, this looks like someone who could really use our services, so she can speak up for them in court from day one to say, hey, we'd be happy to offer our services and do an assessment, let the courts know, let the client know what our recommendations would be for them, or they can contact us themselves. So when they contact us, I will say it looks better for them as well, opposed to the court saying, okay, I'm going to order you to treatment, and then
Right.
we happen to be there and hopefully that they'd approve them to come to us, which most of the time I think they would. But if they reach out on their own and then they let the courts know on their own, and they give us, because they still have to give us consent. We're never going to just give the courts that report unless
Right.
they've consented to it. So
Of course.
with that consent, if you have someone who's come in on their own, given us consent to report to the courts and give them all those details, the court looks at that very favorably, really.
So let's put this out there, and if you've got an issue with the courts, if somebody that you love has got an issue with the courts that involves addiction in some way, shape, or form, or that maybe their addiction has led them into these issues,
or mental health,
or mental health, of course, contact Chrysalis. Think about standing in front of the judge while you are doing something proactive about yourself. Right. It's going to look a whole lot better. In most cases, I'm not going to say in all, because every time I say that this is what they want, somebody's going to point out there's probably some judge somewhere who just wants to punish everybody, and it happens.
Yeah.
But in most cases, what they want to see is they want to see change. They know locking people up and doing these things and just punishing people isn't going to create a change. So get involved and create that change, and find a partner in that change with Chrysalis.
Yeah.
You guys take this very seriously, that everybody can turn their life around, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. We want to see that. We want to see progress in every way. And again, it's individualized. So it's how they want to be successful. We don't have one path that everyone should go on. It's how do you want to be successful and move forward with your life?
So if you contact Chrysalis, and if you have these legal issues, let their legal liaison, let their case managers, let them help you through the muck and the mire of the legal system. That's fine. But we still ask that you have to take responsibility for yourself and your actions moving forward, which means commit to the program and work it. Would it be wrong for me to say people who have truly given a real effort always succeed?
I don't think that would be wrong, no.
No. I think we can certainly do it. And with people like Chrysalis behind you. And Chrysalis is one of the good things, and we've talked about this in previous episodes, one of the good things, Chrysalis has a reputation. It's not just a fly-by-night that came up out of nowhere. They've been around for 25 years.
Right.
They've been helping people in one way, shape, or form, and it's been so many different areas they help in. So when Chrysalis says, we're here to help you, and if they say that to a court, there's some weight behind that, isn't there?
There is, absolutely.
So these are the partners that you want in moving forward and getting yourself not just out of trouble, but into a path where trouble no longer follows you, right?
Yeah.
All right. If you need help, there's two numbers I want you to write down right now. If you are in Broward or outside of Broward County even, this is the main number. At Broward, it's 954-792-9241. That's 954-792-9241. If you are in Miami-Dade, 305-664-4555. That's 305-664-4555. If you're going through some legal issues because of your addiction, if you want to make a change and get out of this rut that you've been in, these are the numbers you want to call. You want to get people like Elisabeth involved in your life who are going to help you. And as long as I'm saying that, saying people like you, there's a lot of team out there that you work with. Tell me something about this team. How are they as people?
They're passionate about this. We're passionate about helping people and moving forward. And a lot of our clinicians are licensed, and they've been with Chrysalis, for many years. So they've seen we're progressive, and we want people to move forward.
I know that in the treatment industry, there's been, a kind of a malaise, basically, that has fallen over people where it's like, you win some, you lose some, and that's not your attitude, is it?
No.
No, it's important that everybody gets a chance.
Absolutely, yeah. We want to see that whatever it is, whatever success can be out there for you, that we can help you with that.
All right. So make sure you call one of these numbers, get involved, let Chrysalis help you out at one of their recovery centers, again, in Broward or Miami-Dade. And if you're from outside the area, or if you're not sure if your insurance is going to work, just call one of those numbers. They help you with, if you've been turned down before, it is highly likely that it's just because they're not reaching to help people that need to be helped, and you guys are. Those numbers, call those numbers. Let's talk to them. Let's start making some changes in our community, and this is how we do it right here with people like Chrysalis.
Yes, thank you.
Elisabeth, thank you so much for your time, and make sure you stick around for more episodes of Recovery Today. For now, I'm Scott saying take care.